Hey, what's going on, guys? It's fineokay, and today I'm bringing you guys a video on how to play the level 1 as a solo laner. It's just a general guide on the first wave, what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to be doing in certain matchups, when you're playing certain gods, and stuff like that. The reason I'm making this video is because I see a lot of ranked players, or just people in general, they play the level 1 completely wrong, or they mess it up, and it affects the rest of their laning phase. And if you mess up the level 1 in a lot of matchups, then it could lead to either a death, getting poked super hard, or maybe even just outright losing all pressure you could have had at the beginning of the game. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going first, we're going to start out with how to play it as a guardian, because this is probably the easiest and most simple. And then we're going to go to how to play it in a losing matchup based on warriors, which means, I'm a Sun Wukong or a Bluestone warrior versus a Deathstone warrior. The Deathstone warrior should outpressure the Bluestone warrior on the level 1 almost every time. And then we're going to see how to play it as the Deathstone warrior against the Bluestone warrior, or against a guardian, basically. So basically, in general, what it is we're going to see how to play it when you know you can outpressure them based on the matchup, and we're going to see how to play it when you know that you can't outpressure them based on the matchup. So yeah, let's jump right in. Okay, so the first one, like I said, what we're going to be looking at is a guardian into another warrior. So guardians can really never outclear the warriors on the first wave. So the way you're going to want to play it is basically when the waves meet, you want to hit the wave just with an ability. With Sobek, it would be your 3. You're going to go straight to the melees and start autoing those, because you cannot clear the archers in time. He'll outclear the entire wave before you can even hit the archers. So you want to kill the melees, make sure those are out of the way, and then just back up. So now he's going into the jungle so he can hit level 2. That's going to happen because you're getting out pressured. But what you can do is sit at this tower line like here and tank the wave until your next wave, hit it with your 3, sustain up, and you'll be able to sustain on the next wave and everything, so you should be good. It depends on the warriors, or it depends on the guardian, but sometimes you'll have to maybe pop a pot or whatever. We're going to watch it again just to go through it again. Notice that I don't have TP. That's another thing that we're going to be talking about, is like not going TP. I went sprint because I think it's pretty good on Sobek. I'm playing with Sabbath here. We're just doing like, he doesn't play solo lane, so he doesn't know exactly how to play like the level 1 perfectly and everything. He did what he was supposed to, though. He went to the archers because he can kill the archers and outclear me pretty easily, like you can see, because I'm a guardian. So yeah, it's a lot easier with Sobek just because he has that heal from his 3, and that's the first ability you're grabbing anyway. But it's a lot easier now with Guardians because of Vampiric Shroud. It's helping sustain, so you can tank that wave pretty easily and sustain it back up. So it's pretty simple. Just make sure that you know that you're going to get out pressured, so you back up, go back to your tower line, so you don't take too much damage. And don't go to the archers because you're not going to be able to kill them in time. Make sure you kill the melees so you're not taking the melees and the archers at your tower line. Alright, so next up we're going to be talking about the warriors versus the guardians. So this is another simple matchup because the warriors will always outclear the guardians, like I previously mentioned. So you can play it pretty easily. With Sobek, you just don't want to walk up to his tower line because he could grab his Plucky into tower, but you do want to hit the wave before the waves meet, like so. You'll take a little bit of damage, but you want to back up to your wave. Make sure you don't go straight to the archers, because then you'll start taking the archers. I hit the melees here because I don't want to go straight to the archers, like I just mentioned. And then I go to the archers, hit them all once, and then hit them with my cudgel again, and that will full clear. Right there, I walked at him for no reason because I'm an idiot and we were kind of messing around. But what you're supposed to do is go straight to his blue so you can kill the smalls on his blue and hit level 2. So you're going to be out clearing every time. You're going to be grabbing your cudgel every time. He, like I said before, it's Sabbath and he doesn't know how to play the level 1 perfectly. But if what he's supposed to do is walk up to the wave like I just did, 3 it, and then just start hitting the melees. He'll tank a little bit, but he's a Sobek, he'll be fine. So make sure you hit those melees if you're going to be tanking the archers. If you aren't going to tank the archers, just go straight to those and start hitting those, like in the last clip. And that's how to play that. It's really simple. Just clear the wave and walk away. Don't try and poke him because he's a guardian, basically. And go hit level 2 on his blue or on Ellie's. Alright, so next up we're going to be talking about the Deathstone warrior versus Bluestone warrior. In general, the Deathstone warrior should outpressure the Bluestone warriors unless you make a mistake or something. So basically, I can just walk at him because I have Deathstone and I'm Erling. I can proc Deathstone twice. I can sit at his tower line and auto him. Even if he outtrades me because he hits a cudgel on me, I'll be fine because I can just tank the whole wave. I can pop my health chalice or whatever. So right here, he plays this actually really well, Sabbath does. He hits me and the wave, And if he hits me and the wave, he'll tank the entire wave, which is really bad. And I could just mink him and kill him and just fatalis him down. But what he does is he hits the wave and then backs up so that I can't get my autos on him to put him in like that much pressure. However, he backs away. He has to back away, which means he can't auto the wave, which means I can just outclear him, right? I'll just outclear him and then walk to his blue. On this side of the matchup, you have a lot of kill potential, especially if you go shell. You can just tank the whole wave, pop both your health pots or whatever, and just tank the whole wave, mink him, and just kill him. I'll actually show you a clip of me doing that. You want him to get hit by, or you want to get hit by his cudgel or whatever warrior he's playing. If it's a Vamana 3, you want to get hit by it, because then the archers will go to him and try and auto him, and he'll take a lot of damage. See, he's half health just from the archers hitting him, and I make sure to hit him there with my 3 so that I can group up the wave. See that I outcleared him. He should have probably cudgeled the entire wave, but it's no big deal. I'm outclearing him either way. I can go to his blue and hit level 2, or I can go to the Ellie's and hit level 2, just off killing one. If I kill both, I'll hit level 3 on the next wave if I do the blue minis. So anyway, that's basically how you do it. Now we're going to look at a clip of me actually killing somebody. So here's a clip from my stream that I'm playing Erlang. This can work on Blown and Osiris too. It's just a little bit different. So I'm against the chalk, and this is a clip of showing that how making one mistake can cost you the entire laning phase, and also how you can take advantage of a mistake. So this chalk, he's playing up for whatever reason. He throws his 1 out to hit the wave, but I also intentionally walk into it so that he will tank the entire wave. So he walked up, which was a mistake. He should not have walked up to the melees to try and auto them. So once I see that, I start autoing him, and once I realize that I can easily kill him, I just mink him and fatalis him down. And it's only level 1, right? I'm tanking the entire wave, but it doesn't matter because I'm a Death Toll warrior, and I have 2 health pots going, like with my chalice and my regular health pots. So that's an example of a mistake that you could make, and it would just cost you the entire laning phase, right? So if I'm this chalk, what I should do is I should throw that 1 out right there, but I should walk away. I shouldn't be walking up to these melees to auto them, because like in the last clip when I was playing with Sabbath, he walked away from the archers, or he walked away from the entire wave after hitting it, because he also hit me and he knew he was going to take damage from the archers. So this chalk made a mistake and obviously walked up. Obviously he's probably not the greatest player because he's it's ranked and everything, and he may not main solo or whatever, but he shouldn't have done that, and it cost him the entire laning phase. So that's an example of how you can get kills with the Death Toll warrior, or at least out pressure them, right? Decided I'd throw this in here because I know a lot of players hate playing against Loki as well. On the first wave, you can do a very similar thing. When he throws his decoy out, just tank the decoy so that he takes the entire wave. And if you're a warrior or somebody that has any kill potential on the Loki, he'll tank the entire wave, and you can just walk at him, auto him, and like you could probably kill him. And it ruins every Loki player's day. So that's pretty fun. You can do that in casuals. Experienced Loki players may not mess up or make that mistake, so watch out. But it's still fun to kill Lokis. So, alright, so next up we're gonna have the Bluestone warrior versus the Death Toll warrior, and it's gonna be a similar matchup where I'm Wukong and he's Erlang. So something I can do is I can cudgel in before the waves meet. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much for him because he could either pop a pot or just come up and auto me. Like he should be walking up and trying to auto me right now because he'll win that trade. I was just spam muffing because we're just messing around. So I'm gonna cudgel again because the waves are gonna have a while before they meet. He'll end up having to pop a pot here just because he took too much damage. But what he should be doing, and like I said, Sabbath doesn't know how to play the level 1 perfectly, so sorry about that. We couldn't replicate it perfectly. He should be just walking up and trying to auto me right now, right? And I'm kind of trying to tell him to do that, but either way, he can outpressure me super hard, and I know that. And if I'm going to play this as if he would play it perfectly, so notice that I won here and then back up. He minked through the entire wave. He didn't have to do that. What he should have done is sat in the wave so that I hit him and the wave, so then the archers would have came to me and started whacking me super hard. So he outclears me anyway because he prioritized wave clear, which is fine. But I should know that he's going to outclear me, or at least outpressure me, which means he could poke me super hard, like in the previous clip where he would just run at me and auto me. So I just back up. I just have to back up. I have to let him outclear. I don't want him to outclear that hard because he didn't outclear that hard right there, and he wasn't able to get enough pressure where he could walk into the jungle, hit 2 off of smalls, and come straight back to the wave and be ready for the next wave. We kind of cleared well, but again, assuming that he would play it perfectly and tank the wave and just wreck me with autos and stuff, I back up. Even though he gave up kind of the lane pressure there, I could have maybe walked up and autoed him. I back up, assuming that I'll tank the wave because he sits in it, and assuming that he may mink me and just try and destroy me. So similar with all the other warriors. If you're playing Vamana or whatever, and you're against an Erlang or a Bellona, they'll out clear you. They're going to group up the wave, and they're not going to take any damage. Don't ever try and go on them. They'll win the trade. Just make sure you focus on clearing. And of course, I haven't mentioned this yet, but it's probably the most important thing. Make sure you clear the minions so that you don't get out pressured too much, and also that you get the gold from the minions, because you don't want to lose gold to the tower at level 1. Alright, and the last one that I don't really have a clip of because it's really simple. It would just be a Bluestone warrior versus a Bluestone warrior. All that's going to happen there is you're both going to clear pretty much at the same time. You may even trade, and you probably trade perfectly, but usually neither of you can kill each other. Say it's Vamana versus Wukong, or Herc versus Vamana, or Herc versus Wukong. Usually you're going to clear almost at the exact same time, and you'll walk into the jungle if you want, or stay for the next wave. Walk into the jungle to hit 2 or whatever. But it's super simple. You just clear the wave. You don't really have kill potential, especially with not having to go TP. You can go certain relics that'll, save you. So yeah, it's really simple. That's all you got to do. Just clear the wave. That's all you got to worry about. Alright, that's pretty much it, guys. This is just a general overview or guide on how to play the level 1. Make sure you don't make any mistakes. We're going to go do a quick, summary of everything. We're going to have like a little checklist. So the number one thing you should be worrying about is, or making sure that you don't make a mistake on, is getting out traded super hard, or maybe even dying. Like, make sure that you are healthy and you don't get out traded into like a Destal Warrior, or into a certain matchup. Make sure you check their relic. That's another thing. Number 2 is to check their relic, see what they have. If they have horrific, be careful on that first wave, because they could slow you while you're tanking minions and it may fuck you up or whatever. So maybe make sure to check their relic, see what they have. Number 3 is to make sure that you get your gold for the minions. Make sure that you are not letting your minions get in our tower. Make sure you tank them appropriately. Don't take too much damage, obviously, because the number one thing is to not get out traded. But make sure because you can clear the wave efficiently, that you wouldn't have to tank the minions for too long, especially on like a Guardian or whatever. And then number 4 would be to make sure that you do not get out cleared way too hard. Some matchups you're just going to get out cleared. That's just how the cookie will crumble. But you need to make sure that you are still keeping up pace with the enemy soul laner as far as clear goes, and as far as how much the matchup allows you to clear, right? So that would be your 4 things to keep check of when you're playing on the first wave. Just keep like a mental check of that, and eventually you're just going to be doing it subconsciously on the first wave, right? So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope you guys will maybe use this in your ranked games or whatever, help you out. I thought it was a good idea for a video, just because I had seen a lot in ranked, seen a lot of mistakes being made. So yeah, I figured I'd help you guys out. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that, whatever that. I don't even care. Just, yeah. Alright, later, guys.